Hello, and welcome back to Syberia 3. We have finished the previous episode on running some errands for the boat. The boat that we intend to use to transport the Yuko tribe to another side of the lake. Now that is interesting. Why can I not interact with the ladder? It is very interesting. Huh. Thank you, game. You gave me a heart attack. I'd rather not start my game from soft locking myself, but thankfully this was not the case. So, this boat, we intend to transport a tribe of Yukos to another side of the lake, because that's where the migration takes them. Please go inside. Thank you. And now my cursor is gone. Okay, and it's back. Technically wise, I very much preferred the first and the second chapters. Not gonna lie. This feels, let's call it
I took care
janky.
of the water, Captain. Everything went smoothly. Is everything okay?
No. The ignition key for the Krystal. I can't find it anywhere. Without it, we can't even start.
Come on, just relax. The key has to be around here somewhere.
Good Lord. Now I remember. 20 years ago, when I got back from Baranor without the automatons, everybody was really very hard on me, you know.
Captain, I don't really see what you...
So I spent the whole night in the tavern. You should have seen the state I was in when I got back to the Bridge of the Krystal and... And then I threw the Krystal's ignition key into the water. I swore I'd never set sail on the cursed waters of the lake again.
Well, that's unfortunate.
There has to be a duplicate for the key.
I don't know. At any rate, when Steiner finished building the Krystal, he only actually gave me the one.
I saw a model of the Krystal at Simon Steiner's. Is he the one who designed the ship?
Yes, of course.
Maybe he could be of some help then.
Maybe. Who knows?
So that's it? The ignition key is lost forever?
Yeah. I'm afraid so. I'm really sorry, Kate, but we're stuck. I've made a complete mess of everything again. Again.
Don't be so hard on yourself, Captain. I'll find a solution to the key problem.
If you say so.
I mean, come on, this is hardly a problem. This is an obstacle, yes, but one that can be solved. I mean, lost key has never stopped people from getting to places. Okay, let me put it this way. If we assume that this key is more than just the thing that closes the circuit, and there is some kind of like actual protection to it or something, I don't know. Well, there are lockpicks that, well, with decent skill you can probably do it. That's just... I don't buy it that that's like such a big problem.
Lost your way, pretty girl?
No, I'm right where I need to be.
Kate, how are the preparations with the captain coming along?
We're making progress, but actually we need some help from your grandfather. Is he here?
He just left for the clinic with the artificial leg he made for the Yuko guide, Kirk. I'm minding the shop until he gets back. Maybe I can help you with something?
It seems the captain has misplaced the ignition key for the crystal, and without it we won't be able to leave. So as it was your grandfather who designed the crystal, I figured he just might have a duplicate.
I have to admit, I don't see where you could get one of those. Apart from the model downstairs, I don't think he kept a lot of souvenirs of the time when he built the crystal.
Would you mind if I had a look?
Of course not. Here, take this. It'll let you look at the model close up.
I knew that there was something to that model. Like, you can't just place this thing in the middle of the room, allow me to interact with it, but leave it there, you know. Can I please have my cursor back? Thank you. The Krystal ferry to Baranur. Inaugurated by Mayor Peter Bull after exactly 2 years and 98 days of labor, this 60-meter-long industrial jewel required the continuous support of over 80 automaton workers. At the inauguration of this masterpiece, its creator Simon Steiner said these words: "If I had to sum it up, I would tell you that to overcome the difficulties inherent in such an enterprise, it is always good to adapt certain skills that we have and, when the need arises, to know how to think backwards." Wise words that quite simply will still ring true 30 years from now. The grateful town of Falsenborg. Not really.
Fantastic! Fantastic!
Yeah, there isn't much to interact with in the first place. Key blank. Okay, that is for making keys. Christ almighty. $250%. The rotational movements are the worst, probably. Okay, let's assume this is some machine to make
So Steiner
keys.
had the time to finish the prosthesis. Perfect.
Okay.
Tools that would have suited Hans.
I would assume nothing more about the Krystal, right? He does mention, like, thinking backwards, right? There is nothing I can do about that part, so maybe we need to do it like, you know, that will be 90. $70. $50. Okay, it moves at 30. Can I, again, return me my cursor, please? So we can start at 30, right? What if I then choose 30 again? No, it goes back. So not 30, 30. Not 30, 50. Isn't that exciting, eh? Oh, two things. I either missed 90. Yeah, see, it's rather precise. So right now I was slightly short of 30, and it really didn't like it. Hmm. I'm trying to get like 15 or something there. Hmm. There must be some logic to it. There must be.
Fantastic.
Does anything happen with this thing when I move it to 30? Then you slightly move away. Okay, yeah, I get it. That's kinda cool. Does anything else happen to you? No, I don't think so. Do I have maybe anything in my journal?
This ignition key in the model must be the only existing duplicate now.
A prototype for the clinic aviary?
Now that I think about it, that's the model. Can we find some clues maybe on the actual thing? Exiting Steiner's shop is a hell of an adventure, I must say. I don't see anything over here. And I don't think I will check the other side of it, right? Shoot.
Things are heating up for Mayor Bulyakin.
We're going to see the Nomad Souk. Apparently they have good prices.
Okay.
Hi there. Anything biting?
As if. 20 years there's been fewer fish, but sometimes you can get lucky. Go figure. It's really odd.
You seem to know the region well. Maybe you can fill me in a bit. I'd like to know a little bit more about the local legend. I was told that there's a monster down there, living at the bottom of the lake.
It's not a legend.
And how can you be so sure?
Back when, the lake froze over earlier in the season. People would go out and make holes in the ice in the middle of the lake, then fish like that. Sometimes they would even set up these cabins for the winter next to the hole. The old folk always said you should only cut a small hole, just wide enough so the fish could be pulled through when you landed them. No more than that. One day, this guy who was kind of odd cut a really big hole. To make it easier, he said. In case he caught a really big one. You don't have to believe me, but he's the one who went into the hole. Backwards. Into the depths. In less time than it takes to say it, the monster's arm came through the hole, then dragged the poor guy down to the bottom of the lake. That's why the old folks say never make a big hole in the ice, because of the monster that lurks below.
And how do you know all that?
Because the poor guy was my older brother. And I was fishing just next to him that day. So you think what you want. You have a good day, miss.
And here I was just about to say that, like, that sounds like yet another children's tale, you know? Okay, I have two options right now. First is to study the ship and talk to Captain Oba. Another would be to check maybe the tavern, because maybe there are some old pictures, maybe some of them shows Krystal. This just says Krystal of Alcimbar. And same on this side. And that does not tell me much. No, I wanted you to go around this thing because I thought maybe there are paintings.
It looks like it needs repairs. Too bad.
It's all a wreck.
Well then, yeah, I can only think of tavern and then checking again the model. I don't have much more ideas inside my head, so...
Sarah went on back to her grandfather's shop.
That shape there in the water. What is it?
Well, not a ship. I can tell you that much.
This ignition key in the model must be the only existing duplicate now.
Sad. Hmm. So this is something like 3080, right? Ah, the problem is like which number is next one? And what do these numbers mean? I'm guessing here. I'm just pointing my finger to the sky. That is not the way you're supposed to solve riddles. Hmm. God damn it. Like the precision, like that's what really irks me. I mean, we are doing something, right? I should land it eventually. There are more numbers, right? Because I put 30, 80, 60, and there are more. Does he want me to sum them up? somewhat up. I mean, it's... It is always good to add up certain skills that we have, and when need arises, to know how to think backwards. Mod 30, 80, 60, 90, and 2. 30, 80, 90, 60, and 2, right? No, 30, 80, 60, 90, and 2. And my cursor is gone. Okay. Let's try that goddamn again. Can't you just yank it off, by the way? Hey, that was 90. And that was 80. But it is 90, 30, 80, 60, 90, right? 80, 60. Oh, you're saying 98. Does that count? No, that's not. Pa pa pa. Just gotta be patient, right? My lord.
An ignition key. But it looks far too small for the crystal.
It says 50%. So we either set whatever we want to set in terms that can I get my goddamn cursor back? Just disappears and it frustrates the hell out of me. Or we set up the magnification that we want. In this case, we want to increase it to 100%.
It looks like it worked.
Oh.
Don't worry. As soon as Grandfather gets back here with Kirk, I'll tell them to join you straight away on the Krystal.
I guess I don't mind going this way. Sure. At this moment I'm too frustrated to think about the actual way I wanna go. Because as soon as I move somewhere, I'm fine. This riddle, especially on PC, has too many rotational movements that are not very precise. I wish they would have presented some interface to get rid of so many rotations, because they just like, I don't know, maybe on console it's easier to navigate such an interface, but like I hope that there will be no more riddles that require you to rotate that many elements. Also, why does Kate stop when you click like I want to enter something? I don't like that. Ew. Please enter. Where is Cap?
Fantastic, Kate. I have to admit, you really know how to get things done.
Thank you, Captain. Are there any other preparations to carry out?
There's just one last problem to solve. The locks we need to use to get out onto the lake. They're shut by order of the town hall. You have to find some way to get them open.
What do you suggest?
The best thing to do is to ask Mayor Bulyakin for the authorization to reopen them. But just to give you fair warning, he's about as straight as a crooked waterspout, so you mind him. Or you could just get a hold of some explosives and then kaboom!
First, I'll try talking to the mayor. Thanks, Captain.
So I feel like if I fail the conversation, yeah, then we go for the explosives, right? Oh,
My dear friends, keep calm. Please, keep calm. I beg of you.
We'll calm down when we get what we want.
Yeah, Nomad's out.
Kick the Yukos out right now, or the strike will get worse!
I know just what you mean, my dear friends, and
It's all words. We want action.
listen, my dear friends. I'm ready to work with you to find solutions to your very legitimate concerns. And starting tomorrow, I'll receive your delegation.
Yeah, you better. And don't try outsmarting us, Bulyakin.
Just trust me and you will see. Come back tomorrow and together we'll find an honorable way out of this crisis.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes? What now?
this man is a politician. Flattery should do the trick.
Well then, what is it?
I need to get straight to the point. Would you give the order to open the locks in the port just until...
Ho, 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 ho. Please, miss. I don't remember you becoming a citizen of this town. You need to understand that here in Valsenborg, people don't usually shout at the mayor like that. Especially if it's to demand the extracurricular use of municipal infrastructure. Now, would you mind telling me how such a notion came to a tourist visiting our good town?
May as well lay my cards on the table. The mayor might be glad if I get rid of the Yukels. Given the reputation the Yukels have in town, I shouldn't say that they're the reason I want the port locks open. I'm actually accompanying the Yukel tribe on their long journey right now, Mr. Mayor. I've asked Captain Obo if he would take us to the other side of the lake on the Krystal to now dusk.
Oh, Captain Obo, the Krystal, the Yukels. Do go on. Anyway, it would be very ungracious of me if I were to criticize you for removing that burden from our good town. Nonetheless, I'm afraid I must refuse your request, dear lady. The locks will remain closed until further notice. This decision came from above, you understand?
So, some higher authority is stopping the people of Valsumbor from going to the other side of the lake by keeping the locks closed. Maybe I can get the mayor to show his rebellious side.
I would be grateful if you would answer, please.
It's obvious the mayor is afraid of his superiors, but he's also afraid he'll lose votes. I'm really sorry to say this, Mr. Mayor, but are you absolutely certain that's the right decision?
What do you mean?
Well, you know that making the Yukel stay here by keeping the locks closed is clearly not what the people in your administration want. They won't understand. In the long run, there could be backlash at election time.
Now that I think about it, yes. You are right. And I have always been there for my voters. But the orders. They're orders, understand?
What a coward. It's time to shake things up a bit. I need to remind him where his power base lies.
I'm listening, my dear lady.
You're the mayor, and it's you and you alone who can decide what's right for Valsumbor. So why not reassert your authority once and for all? Authorize the opening of the locks.
I could do it, of course. But it's complicated, understand?
He has to see that the fate of the Yukels depends on his decision.
I don't think he gives a single crap about Yukels.
I have to find a way to get him to understand that we have common interests.
I'm listening, dear lady.
If you solve this problem, you'll become a kind of crusading hero to your voters. You'll earn the undying support of everyone in Valsumbor. And your superiors won't be able to do anything to you.
Well, I have to admit, dear lady, that your arguments have convinced me. I am authorizing you to open the port locks so the Krystal can leave. Nonetheless, you should know that there is a technical problem that means the locks have to be opened manually. I imagine that such an inconvenience isn't likely to deter a woman as determined and resourceful as you.
Do you mean that?
Yes, as the local technician is absent, I'm afraid you'll have to delve into the murky waters yourself to open the locks.
What's that?
Nonetheless, this should help you use the underwater mechanism.
But how am I supposed to dive?
That, dear lady, is your problem, I suppose. Do have an excellent day.
I however doubt that like pushing so hard that he might lose the elections and stuff is something that should bother the guy, because I believe in this system of power, people are not elected per se, they are rather assigned to posts. And so if he will go against the orders, he will be assigned to vacant, like, leave his post basically, to leave it for somebody else, somebody who can actually follow the orders. I'm slightly sad that, of course, my success in this conversation was not an ultimate one. I thought that he is not very welcoming to me when I approach him, so I thought that maybe we should not beat around the bush and we should just, you know, here's my problem. This is what I want to do. This was not entirely correct approach. We should have, like, I thought that, like, with people who hold power, you sometimes need to stroke their ego that they're in power, and so you approach them like, I'm sorry, may I please bother you for just a mere second with my minuscule question that will not cause you surely any trouble whatsoever. Something like that.
Well,
The mayor gave us authorization to open the locks, but I have to do it manually, by diving down into the port.
I can probably help. There should still be some old diving equipment you can use in that shed at the end of the seawall.
I've never gone diving. But if you think I'll be fine down there, I don't mind trying.
This has to stay between the two of us, Kate. There's something you need to know about the locks. They're also there to stop the lake monster from entering the port. Anyway, that's what I heard. But at this time of day, there's no risk. That spawn of hell sleeps all day.
Underwater, how am I supposed to open the lock gates?
They're kept in place with some kind of steel locks. Just try and pull them out using their mechanism.
All right. There's nothing to it. Do you really believe there's a monster down there in that lake?
You know, 20 years ago, it really wasn't Paranor that I was afraid of. Not the deaths, the radiation. That's what people say, but the truth is that it was actually that damn monster that made me scoot away like a minnow. It was lurking around Paranor, drawn by the stench of the graves, probably. I saw its red eyes staring at me, Miss Walker. That's something you never forget.
I hope we will discover it's some kind of machine out there just
Where's a
with
suit
red
I can
spotlights.
use?
Meet me in the shed at the far end of the seawall. There should be something just about your size. I mean, near enough, anyway. Meet me in the shed at the end of the seawall.
I happen to know what kind of shed are you talking about, so let's do this, I guess.
I opened the shed for you.
Prepare and assemble the diving equipment.
Oxygen bottles. But they look empty.
Okay.
I have to get all the equipment together and get it ready before I change.
Okay. I would assume that here goes my empty bottles. Okay.
Nothing. I must have forgotten something.
$180. That's how much I need. Well, at least that was logical. Okay. That looks pretty, yeah, industrial maybe. Maybe that's the word. Like, you know, that maybe one of the first scuba divers, or how would you call him? Like, I'm thinking like not Jacques Cousteau. Jacques Cousteau is a fine guy. Maybe like 20,000 miles under the water. You know, that kind of Jules Verne stuff. Yeah, we can actually run. Okay, sorry. Oof. That is a lot of gears falling out. Square key. Single cog. Stacked gear. What? Let's see. Large one? Maybe? Small one? Okay. Nope. Oh, this one was the correct place. So the stacked one then should go over here, right? Yes. And then this one goes over here. Yeah, obviously we're still missing stuff. Okay. Can I now pick up this chain? Ha! When did you get closed again? Never mind. But I just opened you. I just did that. Okay, fine. Now you're open, right? Please stay open. Let's see if by some miracle there is a chain somewhere nearby. After all, we did find almost all the cogs nearby, right? For the love of Lord, Kate, can you please stop? I was excited about the lock puzzle. I truly was. Up to the moment where I need apparently to fight the goddamn camera again. Like, if there is one thing that really kills all the immersion and everything, it's like the necessity to fight your controls and stuff. Like I cannot directly transform what I need and what I want into my character's actions. And yeah, we have found a chain.
What on earth could have left these marks?
The monster? Just saying.
Well done, Kate. I couldn't have done better myself.
No, you couldn't.
Well, if everything's ready, I'll go and get the Yukels right away.
In the meantime, I'll go and make sure that everything's all set. By the time you come back here with the nomads, we'll just have to cast off.
I sure hope so.
Perfect. I'll see you later, Captain.
Let us just depart, eh? I feel like there might be more problems. But first, where is Kenton? Last time we were in this area, we were stalked by Kenton. Now, before we enter, let me take a breather, okay? I think it's a nice point for us to take a break, you know. Game interaction wise, it was a very difficult episode for me. I did not enjoy struggling through these puzzles. Not only I struggled with the idea of the first puzzle and I spent an egregious amount of time on that, that I'm not proud of, but then I spent the similar chunk of time just trying to get through all the rotations that they need to be quite precise. Yeah, I'm still venting about it. And then they repeat the rotating puzzle, not to the same extent, okay, I will give the credit where it is due, but still, almost immediately you need to rotate the handles for these gates, so yeah, there is that. But in any case, I hope you enjoy my company and my gameplay. If that is the case, then please leave me a like and subscribe to the channel, or otherwise let me know down in the comments what can I improve for you. Hope to see you next time. Have a nice day out there, and bye.